Thank you everyone for attending this webinar. My name is Dr. Jav. Again, if you can see me and hear me, please drop me a 777 in the chat box and then I will make a start. Okay, Mandeep, thank you. So like I said earlier, my name is Dr. Jav. I am a Forex and cryptocurrency trader. I've been trading now for several years very, very successfully. We also have a large team of traders that we work with on a daily basis based in, I think it's 120 countries all over the world. So I'm going to keep this presentation to about 30, 40 minutes. And what we're going to do is cover the basics of not just Forex trading, but we'll also cover cryptocurrency trading and talk about commodities and indices as well. And as I talk, I'm going to just share my screen and go through a formal presentation. If anyone has any questions, by all means, please feel free to ask questions via the chat box, or you can get back to the person that recommended you attend this call, and they'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you've got. So again, my name is Dr. Jav. I'm a Forex and cryptocurrency trader. Have been trading now for up to 5 years. Now we have an amazing system that I'm going to talk about today. This is our learn and earn system, which means that even if you have no knowledge of trading whatsoever, we have a system that will teach you and show you how to trade. So before I start, let me talk a little bit about myself and where I've come from. Again, my name is Dr. Jav. My background is a typical traditional background. I went to school, university, spent a long time at university. I have a PhD in engineering, in mathematical modeling, and also an MBA from a top university in the UK. And I was generally around the top 5% in every single degree that I did. Now, even after my degrees, I was working in the city. And although I was earning a very, very good income, I was effectively working, I think it was 70 to 80 hours a week as a consultant in London. And that is when I decided that enough was enough, and perhaps a career in corporate was not the way forward for me. Now, if you look on the screen here, we have the Cashflow Quadrant, and I was introduced to this in fact, I think over 2 decades ago. And this is something that Robert Kiyosaki came up with. Now, Robert Kiyosaki, if you don't know, is the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Now, if you don't have a pen and paper with you, I recommend you go out there, get yourself a pen and paper so you can take as many notes as possible. Because when you put pen to paper, you tend to learn more. And my recommendation is take notes as you go along. So Rich Dad, Poor Dad was a book I read around 20 or so years ago. I was working in corporate, my first job after university. I absolutely hated it, and I resigned and decided to go traveling to Australia. So I went to the airport, I think it was Heathrow, and looking through the book aisles at W.H. Smith, I think it was, I found a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and I thought, that'll do, I'll read this. It cost me something like £10–15. I bought it, and on my journey to Australia, I read the whole book, and this was my first introduction to entrepreneurship and to a world outside the corporate world, 9 to 5, that many, many people, employees around the world are stuck in. So I wanted to move out of the grind, and Rich Dad, Poor Dad was my introduction to that. So this cash flow quadrant that you see, or pie chart that you see on the screen, was something that was introduced to me by Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And on this, you'll notice that 95% of the world population are broke. 95% of the world population have an employee mindset, where they work for a corporate body or they may not work at all. 95% of the world population will die broke. And this equation has been around, or this statistic has been around for donkey's years. 5% of the world population control 95% of wealth in the world. 5% of the world population have more money than 95% of the rest of the world. And that is an absolutely amazing statistic. And when I first heard it, I did not believe it. However, as I stepped into my world of entrepreneurship and running my own businesses, everything started to make sense. 60% of the world population work for somebody else. So that would be your employee with the employee mindset. And that is what I was. That is what I was trained to be from the outset, from going through school, from going through university, having my first job. I was actually trained to work for someone else for the rest of my life. And luckily for me, in my first job, I decided that that was not the way forward for me. 35% of the world population work for themselves. i.e. they are self-employed, and it's the 5% that are business owners and also investors. As Forex traders, as cryptocurrency traders, we fall within the investor and business owner category of this pie chart. So we are generally financially free, which means that we have more money coming in than at the end of the month, whether we work or not. And trading is one platform that can allow you to do that. And that is what I want to talk about today. Now, foreign exchange, when I was first introduced to it, I did not have a clue. I did not know what Forex stood for. I couldn't even say it. I used to call it Forex when I first started. But Forex has been around since the beginning of time, and is when you exchange one currency for another. Let me give you an example. If you were to go to America, the USA, from the UK and take your pounds with you, you go to an exchange in the USA and change your pounds for your dollars. When that exchange occurs, you will have taken part in the foreign exchange market. If you go back to the same exchange at a later date or time, you may be offered a different exchange rate. It's that difference in exchange rates from your first visit and second visit that we as foreign exchange traders profit from every single day, day in, day out. Now, foreign exchange is a Monday to Friday market, and it's open 24 hours a day, Monday to Friday. As long as there's movement in the exchange rate, as long as there's volatility in the market, we can profit from that volatility. We do not care if the exchange rate for any particular currency pair is going up or coming down. When the price goes up, we have long positions in the market, and when the price comes down, we short on our positions, which means we sell. So we buy when the price is going up, we sell when the price is coming down. Henceforth, it does not matter to us whether the price of any particular currency pair is going up or down. Now, when the UK theoretically left Europe, obviously Brexit, a lot of people came back to me and said, what does this mean for us? Does it mean that foreign exchange traders won't make any money? Again, like I said earlier, when the pound is going strong, we make money. When the pound is going weak, we make money. It makes no difference. And that is what we will teach you. And that is how we teach our students. We actually have at this point over 200,000 students all over the world who trade with us. And we help many of these students and have helped many of these students become financially free. And that is what we do. Many, many students that have come to us from working the corporate life or from being single parents, educating their kids, have now got a means to financial freedom, and they actually work from home. Foreign exchange does not require an office. All you need is a mobile phone and internet connection. So going back a few years, I was actually in Dubai, and prior to that, Singapore and Malaysia. I was actually sitting on the beach or sitting in a restaurant with my mobile phone, and I was able to exchange on the largest and most liquid market in the world. And that is why foreign exchange is so amazing. Now, foreign exchange is very, very big. Many of us would have heard of the stock markets. Stock markets are this small compared to foreign exchange, which is huge. $1 trillion is exchanged by banks every single day through Forex. Collectively, banks, your traditional retail banks, merchant banks, and other large investors collectively trade $6.6 trillion or up to $6.6 trillion every single day. And again, if you don't know what $1 trillion is, $1 trillion is a 1 with 12 zeros in front of it. Now, the record of $6.6 trillion was actually achieved in, I think it was April 2019. And prior to that, as you can see on this slide, up to $5.3 trillion was exchanged every single day through foreign exchange. The market is very, very big. Now, again, let's give you an example. Someone came up to me and they wanted to start trading with us. And I think what he said to me was, again, does it really matter that I trade? I'm not sure how to trade. And again, he wasn't sure for various reasons. And my response to that was, you are trading whether you like it or not. If you have any money in your bank account, your bank is using your money to trade with on a daily basis. So when I get the questions like, I'm not sure if I want to trade, you actually have no choice. If you have a bank account, your bank is using your money to trade from every single day. And collectively, banks are making over $1 trillion every single day. And the worst thing is for you is that they're making it from your money. Now ask yourself, how much money has your money made you in the last 10 years? How much money has the money that you have in your bank account made you in the last 10 years? Now, historically, certainly for the last decade or so, interest rates all over the world have been very, very low, especially in the UK and USA. So many people with savings accounts have made actually close to zero from their savings accounts, but your bank has been continuously making over $1 trillion every single day from your money. So you have no choice. You're doing Forex, whether you like it or not. And the amazing thing about Forex, like I alluded to earlier, is that it's a 24-hour market and it's open 5 days a week worldwide. Now, again, an amazing thing about foreign exchange is that you don't have to use all of your own money to trade with. A little bit like banks do. Excuse me. There's a system known as leverage, which allows you to use your broker's capital to trade with. So you put an X amount in the pot and your broker puts a much larger amount in the same pot, and you are able to trade with that larger amount. Henceforth, you don't theoretically need to use any of your own money or much of your own money to trade with. When it comes to digital currencies, like I spoke about earlier, we also trade cryptocurrencies. At the moment, again, whether you know this or not, there are 5,000 plus cryptocurrencies in the market. Bitcoin is the largest cryptocurrency in the market. At today's price, it's around, I think last time I checked, it was hovering around $9,000. So the price of one Bitcoin at the moment is around $9,000. Now, I don't know if you know this, but Bitcoin was conceived or produced in I think it was 2009. So Bitcoin's been around for about 10 or so years. In 2009, the price of one Bitcoin was around, excuse me, around 10 cents. Today, the price of one Bitcoin is around $9,000. In December 2017, the price of Bitcoin went up to $20,000, and that was the ATH, the all-time high of Bitcoin. Now, many people, I term them the early proponents of Bitcoin. Many people that bought Bitcoin when the price was relatively low, and when I say relatively low, I'm talking about tens to a couple of hundred cents, or 10 cents to about a couple of $100. Many people that bought Bitcoin when the price was very low and then sold out at the ATH, many of those became instant or effectively millionaires just by holding onto a Bitcoin. When you hold onto a cryptocurrency, the term is known as hodl, and many people that bought Bitcoin in the early stages and sold out at the ATH became millionaires. In fact, we also have Bitcoin billionaires in the world that bought many thousands of Bitcoins when the price was very low and sold out at the ATH. Now, the good news is, certainly with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency, it's not too late, because the price of Bitcoin is expected to hit six figures 2 to 3 years from today. Six figures is over $100,000. And we base this calculation upon market demand and basic economics. Now, if you follow Bitcoin in the market, you'll come across the term Bitcoin halving. Now, Bitcoin halving is when the supply of Bitcoin to the market is halved, and this occurs every 4 years. At the moment, 6.25 Bitcoins are produced every 10 minutes. Last month, or certainly in the first week of last month, that number was 12.5. So Bitcoin halving occurs every 4 or so years. Prior to May of this year, the previous Bitcoin halving occurred in 2016, when the number of Bitcoins produced to the marketplace came down from 25 to 12.5. Around a year after that happened, the price of Bitcoin shot through the roof, and within a few months, the price hit $20,000. We're expecting the same to occur again towards the end of next year. So if you're not currently invested in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, my recommendation, or our recommendation, as this is for you to look at seriously. Cryptocurrency is here to stay. It's the future of currency as we see it today. And the good news about cryptocurrency is, again, you can use leverage, and also the other thing that you can do is that you can hodl. You can buy Bitcoin today and hold on to it for long-term growth, and also you can trade. And that's what we teach you. We teach you how to trade, and also we teach you how to hodl, not just Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, but obviously Forex as well. We do other cryptocurrencies like Litecoin, Ethereum, and a fair few others. Now, We also trade high frequency like binary options. And again, if you want to trade binary options, this is something that we can teach you how to do as well. Now, in my particular case, the reason I prefer this platform over many of the other platforms that are available around the world is because this platform is absolutely amazing. We don't just have one mentor that is allocated to you when you join us. We actually have over 100 mentors that educate you on a daily basis 24/7. Now, our mentors are all over the place. We actually have, like I said earlier, students in 120 countries, and many of our mentors are dotted around the globe, which means that we can effectively teach you how to trade regardless of your location. We will have a mentor available live to teach you regardless of the time of day, because our mentors are based all over the place. Now, our educators or mentors are 6- and 7-figure earners, which means that they earn at least $100,000 to over $1 million every single year from trading. Now, the live mentorship that we offer you means that you can actually sit down and trade with your mentor live. And that is how I learned to trade. You get access to an online platform which goes through all the basics, and we go more and more advanced the more proficient you become. Our intention is to make you an independent trader, and I would just like to add, we do not copy trade. We will not take your money and trade for you. The intention is to give you the spade, the wheelbarrow, so you can walk away and trade independently without the need for us eventually. And that's how we work, and that is how we have helped thousands of students all over the world become financially free. Now, one of the platforms that we have is Harmonix, and Harmonix is a personal favorite of mine, and the Harmonix software basically maps out the trading landscape to punch out trading ideas for you. Now, a trading idea is something that you can copy and paste into an app on your phone. If you don't know how to copy and paste, our system is so amazing. We actually teach you even how to copy and paste. We have students as young as, I think the youngest was around 13 years old, who are now learning how to trade with us, and the eldest is way into their late 70s. So we cover all demographics. We have men, female, all ages. We don't, the color of your skin, excuse me, or the country that you were born in is irrelevant when it comes to trading. And like I said before, we have a very, very good success rate. The Harmonix platform gives you the stop loss, it gives you the take profit, and also the entry point for any particular trade. And you can place those trades on your phone from day one. You can actually start trading from day one when you join us. For those of you that register with us today, because we give out trading ideas, trading alerts, you can take those numbers, punch them into your phone, and trade and become profitable effectively from today. And that's why our system is so good. Now, we don't just trade Forex. We also, like I said earlier, we do cryptocurrencies. So we have an app known as Swipe Coin, which gives you trading alerts on cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. And also another favorite of mine is commodities. We trade gold, we trade silver, oil, gas. You don't have to just trade Forex. And what will happen is that when you join us throughout the mentorship, we will have contact with you every single day to make sure that you become a very good trader. And because we teach you and mentor you every single day, our success rate is very, very high. Your success is our success, which is why it's important for us to teach you how to trade. Now, again, I don't know if you know this, but when it comes to trading, the actual art of trading itself, the skill set of trading makes up only 10% of what you need to be a successful trader. When it comes to trading, 10% is skill set, 10% is the education, and 80%, the bulk of trading, is actually mindset and personal development. If your mindset is not in the right place, but you know how to trade, you will not become a proficient and successful trader. So mindset is hugely important, and that is why we have teamed up with Bob Proctor. If you don't know who Bob Proctor is, go online, go to Google and do a search on Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor has been my mentor for over 2 decades. Bob Proctor is one of the biggest personal development, I'll call him gurus, in the whole world. And we've teamed up with Bob Proctor, and Bob Proctor actually mentors us on personal development and emotions every single week. And that again is why our success rate is so high, because again, I've been around for quite a long time. I've seen other courses, but if you miss out on mindset, if you miss out on emotions when it comes to trading, you will lose out. So we help you on personal development, and this won't just help you with trading, it will help you in other businesses as well. And that's why our partnership with Bob Proctor is so powerful. Now, our system is actually a monthly package that you sign up for. It's a pay and go system. You can leave whenever you want. But again, like I said earlier, it's a very successful system. The FRX Academy, which is one of our most popular platforms, the price is actually listed there on the top right. And again, the monthly cost that you see there is something that you do not have to pay for any of the packages that we have. We also have the elite package at the bottom, and a package that is primarily for digital currencies at the top right. Now, the elite package, again, very similar to the FRX Academy, is one of our most popular platforms. And again, when I bought the elite package and started trading with this organization, my success rate is not what I expected to be. It's been absolutely amazing. I've been in business personally for over 2 decades. I was a property millionaire in my early 30s, and my profits from Forex trading far exceed the income that I'm obtaining from property investment at the moment. That's how powerful Forex trading is. Now, the monthly cost that you see there, or that you saw there on the price slides, is something that you do not have to pay. I'll talk about that in a few minutes. But again, there are many add-ons that you can have in addition to the packages I showed you earlier. If you are coming onto this platform having traded before, and you're at a level where you want to be more advanced, you can buy add-ons to your monthly package, which means that you can trade at a much higher level than otherwise. So these are advanced packages that you can get. And again, our monthly price that you saw earlier is something that you do not have to pay because we have an affiliate scheme in place known as 2 for free. So if you were to recommend 2 people onto the same platform, 2 people that are interested in business, 2 people that have an entrepreneurial mindset and would like to earn a living from home, if those 2 people were to join, as long as they are active, you have nothing more to pay. So you can effectively learn how to trade the largest and most liquid market in the world for $235, which in UK pounds, if you're based in the UK, is around 180, 190 pounds. Now, again, I've been in the market for a long time. I've seen what competitors charge. A lot of our competitors, other players in the market, charge on average around £5,000. And for mentorship, I know many people that have paid £20,000 plus to learn how to trade the markets from one mentor. We have over 100 mentors available to you. We have a system whereby you can learn and earn from day one. We have a system whereby you can pay just the first fee. You do not have to pay the monthly fee if you use our affiliate scheme, and you can trade and become a very proficient and financially free trader very quickly with our mentorship. Now, again, should you recommend more than 2 people, then the company will actually start to pay you, and you can use that income to live off, and also you can use that income in your trades. Excuse me. So you do not have to fund your trading account from your own pocket. If more than 3 people join your organization or this business through you as an affiliate, the company will pay you, and this is an additional income. Whether you know it or not, the average millionaire around the world has 7 streams of income, and this business alone will offer you at least 2 streams of income. And we will show you how to trade and mentor you. We will help you with personal development and the emotions involved in trading, and also will help you build the business as well if this is what you want to do. My name is Dr. Jav. Again, if you have any questions, please drop me a message through the chat box, but I'm going to just switch my screen share off and pass the baton on to my colleague Mandeep, who should be on the call as well. And what I want to do is allow Mandeep to show you one of our live trading platforms. So Mandeep, if you are on this call, please say hello and take it over.
Yes, I'm here, Dr. Jav. How are you doing? You good?
Yes, I'm brilliant. I can't see you for some reason.
Oh, I am here. My video's on. Can you see me now?
1 second. Yes, I can see you. How are you doing, Mandeep?
Yes, I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Yes, I'm very well. I hope you've had some good trades today. It was a good trading day today.
Yeah, it was a very, very good training day today, actually. It was fantastic. So, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Jav, many thanks for that. That was a great introduction. So, as he rightly said, my name is Mandeep. I'm from Leicester. And basically, I actually started this industry and this company 2.5 years ago. And 2.5 years ago, I was working in the corporate world. Things were going well. Things were fast-paced. They were moving. And I was working 10 hours a day, 50, 60 hours a week with overtime, going into work on the weekends. And I thought I was living my best life. I was thinking, yes, this is the way forward. I'm happy with what's going on and the money I'm earning and all the rest of it. But having had 10 years in this industry, in the corporate world, I decided, wow. My mentor asked me 2 questions that made me really look back on what I'd been doing from a financial perspective. Question number 1 was, in the last 10 years that you've been working, Mandeep, how much of the money that has flown through your bank account have you actually multiplied? And I kind of stepped back and thought, this much. Because I'd spent a lot of my money traveling and I'd saved a little pot of it, but I'd never multiplied it, invested it, or compounded it. I went to a great university, went through a good education, but my education formally had not made me financially literate. So that was question number 1. Question number 2 was, do you genuinely want to live the same life as your parents, Mandeep? Because I can hedge a bet that they're still working. And I said, yes, they are. So my mum works in a pharmacy, my dad works in a bank, but the banks have not taught him how to trade. The banks have not taught him how to trade. So the key thing I'm trying to say is that this opportunity really allows you for literally a couple of $100 to become financially literate and understand what you're doing. For things to change, we have to change. And that's what I had to do a few years back. Within 15 months of doing this, I became financially free. I managed to sack the boss, and now I'm helping my parents to retire. As well as helping my family, which I'm really, really super excited about. We actually do the business together as a whole. So I'm going to share my screen and show you a bit about a product that I'm currently using, which is called the Vibrato Web Analyzer product. So if you can see my screen, if you just want to drop me a number 1 in the chat box, that would be great. And then we can definitely show you a bit more about this product and how it works. Fantastic. Okay, so essentially what you're looking at is you're looking at this screen. I mean, this is what's called a scalping tool. And essentially what you're looking for is 3 moving averages or 3 lines. So I'm just going to go through a live demonstration about how this actually works. So let me just widen the screen there. So you're looking at basically this thick red line, the blue line, and the green line over here. So this is a live trade right here, right now. So the 3 things that we're going to look at is, number 1, has there been a crossover of the red and the blue line? Now you tell me in the chat box. That's step number 1. We're looking at 3 steps. So step number 1 is, has there been a crossover of the red and the blue lines? Yes or no? Put it in the chat box, because I want to show you how simple and easy this is to understand. So has there been a crossover of the red and the blue lines? If you can see that crossover, put a yes in the chat box. Yes, perfect. We can see here at this point, if I just get my brush out, my trusted brush, there's a crossover here, the yellow circle of the blue and the red line. So that's step number 1. Step number 2 is, for a sell, we want the red line to be below the blue line. So is the red line below the blue line? Well, it's pretty obvious. It is below the blue line. Fantastic. Step number 2 would be a yes. Step number 3, which way is the green line pointing? This is pointing down. So in this instance, what we would do is, that's Euro AUD. What we would then do is, let me just stop the share here. You can see Euro AUD is just at the top here. If I just get my pen out, Euro AUD. So what we would do is we would click on this currency pair, and we would click trade, and then you would click sell. You would click sell in this instance. I've done my trading for the day, so I'm not going to click it right now. But the thing is, you would click sell and you would get into the market. And right now, if you were to take a trade, if you were to take this trade as a live trade, you would actually make some money, or should I say catch some pips. We don't want to make any income claims, of course. But this is basically how simple this platform is. Now, bear in mind, this platform is only available with IM. You can't get this anywhere else. This is specifically tailored and created by the educators in our company, which is what makes the company so unique. Let's have a look at another example. again, this is GBP AUD, and it's pretty similar. We just looked at Euro AUD, and it looks like oops, let me just get rid of that. So this is basically another example. Again, has there been a crossover of the blue and the yellow? Not the blue and the yellow, the blue and the red. Yes, there has. Step number 2 is a red below the blue. Yes, it is. Which way is the green line pointing? It's pointing down. So in this instance, what we would do is we would go into our phones, we'd get into the market straight away, and then we would catch what are called our pips. It's a very, very lucrative platform to do. Myself and Dr. Jav actually teach this on a continual basis throughout the week. And we're very, very fortunate because, we're in a position now where we are financially free as well as our families. Again, like I mentioned, I do this with my siblings, and we're all making waves. Our long-term ultimate goal is to help retire our parents by summer 2021. So we are exactly 12 months away from that, which we know is going to happen. And it's all due to this industry. 6.6 trillion. I think Jav said 5.3. That slide is the money's grown basically in the industry, and so 6.6 trillion is what is traded on a daily basis throughout the industry. Now, just to kind of put this into a bit more perspective, when you get into this, what you're aiming for is basically 10 pips. So that's basically essentially what you're looking for. What does that mean? Well, if I just get my measure tool over here, click on the ruler, and I measure 10 pips, which is about there. This candlestick represents 10 pips. It's a very, very good example, actually. If you put £1 per pip, that is basically £10. If you put £10, that is basically £1 a pip, that's £10. If we were to put a risk bet of £10 a pip, that would be £100 in the space of 15 minutes. If that was £100 a pip, that would be £1,000. So you can actually see how effective this trading platform is. The trades that we provide in terms of the products that are here, the trades that are coming through, the trade alerts, they're about 70 to 85% accurate. In fact, I say lean more towards the 80-85% accurate, because people are winning every single day. This is why we have over 200,000 customers partnered up with our company, because most people out there like to take shortcuts. And they like to go on YouTube or something and try and figure it out themselves. But what I always like to ask these people is, look, can you show me how you would trade or make £1,000 into 10,000, or 1,000 into 100 into 1,000, etc., etc. Most people, they don't understand financial literacy. And so this platform really educates us, and it helps us all the way. We do not do the trading on your behalf. You are basically learning through this formal education how exactly you can trade. You might be on here as a single mother. You might be a university student. You might be a parent. You might be someone who's, just wants to, you're sick of having too much month at the end of the money. So this is a platform that can help you accelerate your wealth. Again, not making any income claims, but if you put your mind to it and you're consistent and disciplined, then there's no reason why you can't win. So that's enough from me. We've shown you a bit more about the live platform there. Dr. Jav, thank you for having me on, and back over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mandeep. That was awesome. Very, very good. And again, I hope you all saw that short presentation and demonstration on how we trade every single day. Vibrata is a very, very good system. It's a scalping system. And if you know about trading, there's actually 4 ways you can trade. There's scalping, where you can place trades, very, very quick fire trades for a few seconds, few minutes, and earn a lot of profit in a short space of time. Then there's day traders who don't hold any overnight trades. And then there's swing traders who like to hold their trades for several days, maybe even weeks, and positional traders who will hold their trades for weeks, months, and even years. So whatever type of trader you want to become, depending on your lifestyle, depending on the kind of person you are, we have a system that can show you and teach you how to become that type of trader. If you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, that is okay, because I was the same when I joined. I did not know what scalping was. I did not know what a day trader was or a swing trader was, but you learn these things, and we teach you and mentor you every single day to help you to become a proficient trader. We have over 100 mentors or educators all over the world, and it's our duty to make sure that you succeed. We've teamed up with one of the top and biggest personal development gurus in the world, Bob Proctor, and we have a package available to you that is second to none, and it's a very, very amazing package that has enabled many thousands of people to become financially free over the world. We have students in over 120 countries, and we have over 200,000 students at this very point in time, and that number is set or projected to hit 1 million students by the end of 2022, and that is our projection based on our own calculations. So we have a very, very good system, and my recommendation to you is to try it. What have you got to lose? We are in very, very testing times at the moment. The economy is not doing very well. Many large corporations have become bankrupt, and there have been talks by household brands becoming insolvent in the next few months, few years to come. We're heading towards quite a big recession because the government has bailed out a lot of businesses and employees in the UK. So my recommendation to every single person is to have a side hustle in addition to your primary job, because your primary job, number one, it won't make you financially free, and number two, it may not be here tomorrow. So every single person needs a hustle, something they do in addition to their main job, and that will eventually, once your income matches your primary job or exceeds it, you can then decide whether you want to move across or not. My name is Dr. Jav. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Please reach out to the person that recommended you attend this call, and like I said during the beginning parts of this presentation, your success is our success. We will do whatever it takes to make you succeed, because that is how we operate. Again, my name is Dr. Jav. Please reach out to the person that recommended you attend this call, and I look forward to working with you very, very soon. Thank you.